What if everything you believed about salespeople was completely wrong? Imagine this. You're at a dinner party, and someone asks what you do for a living. You sheepishly mumble sales and watch as faces around the table contort into that familiar mix of pity and suspicion. Poor guy, they think, forced into the soul-crushing world of pushy tactics and rejected phone calls. However, most salespeople are absolutely head over heels in love with their jobs. The great sales myth. That's fooling everyone. As a career sales executive who has worked with over 10,000 professional salespeople across 3 continents, I'm about to shatter the biggest misconception in modern business. 94% of top-performing salespeople report higher job satisfaction than the average American worker. Wait, what? How is this possible when everyone knows that sales is the job people take when they can't get anything else? Salespeople are entrepreneurs. Think for a moment. What profession gives you the freedom of entrepreneurship, the security of employment, and the potential for unlimited earnings, all while helping people solve their most pressing problems? If you guessed sales, you're catching on to one of the business world's best-kept secrets. Think about it. When was the last time your boss told you exactly when to wake up, where to go, and how to structure every minute of your day? For most salespeople, the answer is never. They craft their own schedules, choose their approaches, and essentially run their territories like personal kingdoms. But here's where it gets really interesting. The average enterprise software salesperson earns more than 73% of doctors, 89% of lawyers, and 94% of engineers. But wait, there's more. Unlike those professions, sales operates on what I call the gladiator principle. You either thrive spectacularly or you don't survive at all. There's no comfortable middle ground of mediocrity. Some sales positions are pure commission, a brutal eat-what-you-kill daily model that would terrify most professionals. Yet thousands of people not only survive, but absolutely thrive in this environment. Why? Let me tell you about Michael, who is an apprentice of mine. Michael was trapped in corporate accounting, earning a respectable but capped $85,000 annually. Safe, predictable, and dull career. Then he made a decision that his colleagues thought was career suicide. He jumped into enterprise software sales. Year 1 was brutal. He barely scraped together $65,000, a significant pay cut that had him questioning his sanity at 2 a.m. while cold calling prospects in different time zones. But here's where the story takes an incredible turn. By year 3, Michael wasn't just surviving, he was earning over $350,000 annually. That's more than 5 times his initial sales earnings and over 4 times what he would have been making if he'd stayed in accounting. But Michael's transformation reveals something even more intriguing than the money. Percent of Fortune 500 CEOs started their careers in sales. Let that sink in. Nearly 7 out of 10 top corporate leaders began by carrying quotas, facing rejection, and learning the art of persuasion in the trenches. Want proof? Here are some names that might surprise you. Howard Schultz, who was selling coffee machines at 25, became CEO of Starbucks by 35. His sales background taught him to see opportunity where others saw obstacles, like turning coffee from a commodity into a lifestyle experience. Warren Buffett started as a paperboy, learning customer service and persistence that would later make him the world's 3rd richest person. His early sales experience taught him the value of building long-term relationships over quick transactions. Mark Cuban was grinding it out as a software salesperson before becoming a billionaire entrepreneur by 41. His sales foundation gave him the customer-first mindset that would fuel his business empire. But here's the puzzle. If sales creates so many successful leaders, why does it still carry such a negative stigma? Well, the average salesperson today has access to more customer intelligence than a NASA analyst had about rocket ships in the 1990s. Digital transformation has turned sales from a numbers game into a precision science. Modern salespeople use artificial intelligence to predict customer behavior, leverage social media to build relationships before the first call, and utilize data analytics to personalize every interaction. But here's the really intriguing part. This technological revolution has created a new breed of sales professional, part psychologist, part data scientist, part relationship architect. They're not just selling products, they're solving complex business puzzles that span multiple departments and geographic regions. What is the secret code of elite salespeople? Want to know how to instantly identify a world-class salesperson? Here's a little-known industry secret. Top performers spend 70% of their time asking questions and only 30% talking about their solutions. Think about that ratio. Most people assume salespeople are smooth talkers who can convince anyone to buy anything. But the reality is far more sophisticated and, frankly, more impressive questioners. Elite salespeople are actually master detectives. They're skilled at uncovering hidden problems, understanding complex organizational dynamics, and identifying connections that others miss. They ask questions like, what happens if you don't solve this problem in the next 6 months? Who else in your organization would be affected by this decision? What's the cost of maintaining the status quo? How do you measure success in this area? But here's where it gets really interesting. Sometimes they'll even talk you out of buying their product. So, do you know why the best salespeople sometimes say no to you? The highest-earning salespeople turn down an average of 23% of potential deals. Wait, what? How is that possible? Are they deliberately walking away from money? Absolutely. And here's why this counterintuitive approach actually makes them more successful. When you only work with clients who are genuinely good fits for your solution, several magical things happen. Your success rate skyrockets. Customer satisfaction increases dramatically. Referrals multiply exponentially. Your reputation becomes your most powerful marketing tool. It's like the difference between being a skilled surgeon who only operates when necessary versus someone who will perform surgery on anyone willing to pay. Why geography no longer matters in the game of selling. Consider this game-changing reality. A salesperson in Des Moines, Iowa, can now serve clients in Tokyo, London, and Sao Paulo from their home office. The digital revolution has obliterated geographical boundaries. Today's sales professionals can conduct product demonstrations via virtual reality, build relationships through social media before ever meeting in person, use time zone differences to their advantage, following the sun across global markets, access real-time translation services for international clients. So, if the barriers to entry are lower than ever, why aren't more people succeeding in sales? What separates the winners from the average salesperson? While 73% of companies report difficulty finding qualified salespeople, unemployment rates in most developed countries remain significant. How can there be a labor shortage and unemployment simultaneously? The answer reveals something profound about what modern sales actually requires. Today's sales success demands a unique combination of emotional intelligence to read and respond to human psychology, analytical thinking to interpret complex data and market trends, technological fluency to leverage digital tools effectively, strategic thinking to understand how their solution fits into broader business objectives, communication skills to articulate value propositions clearly. It's not about having the gift of gab anymore. It's about becoming a business consultant who happens to have something to sell. Why salespeople's salaries are kept secret? Ever wonder why most companies are transparent about engineering salaries, marketing budgets, and operational costs, but keep sales compensation under wraps? The average enterprise sales professional earns more than their company's VP of marketing. That's right. The person carrying a quota and dealing with rejection is often out-earning the executive with the corner office and the MBA. But here's the really intriguing part. This isn't an accident. It's a carefully designed system that aligns individual success with company growth in a way that no other profession can match. When a salesperson closes a $2 million deal, they might earn a $100,000 commission. But that same deal might generate $500,000 in profit for the company over the contract lifetime. It's the ultimate win-win scenario. So, what's coming next for sales professionals? By 2030, the most successful salespeople will be those who can collaborate effectively with AI systems, not compete against them. Artificial intelligence is already handling initial prospecting, scheduling meetings, and even conducting preliminary qualification calls. But rather than replacing salespeople, AI is amplifying their capabilities in unprecedented ways. Imagine having a digital assistant that can analyze a prospect's entire digital footprint before your first meeting, predict which objections they're likely to raise based on their industry and role, suggest optimal times to follow up based on their behavioral patterns, generate personalized proposals in real time during conversations. The salespeople who embrace this technology will become unstoppable. Those who resist it will become extinct. Here is the ultimate question. Is sales right for you? After watching this video, you might be wondering, could I succeed in sales? Do I have what it takes to join the ranks of these high-earning, highly satisfied professionals? Here's a simple test. Answer these questions honestly. Do you genuinely enjoy helping people solve problems? Can you handle rejection without taking it personally? Are you willing to invest time in continuous learning and skill development? Do you prefer being rewarded based on your results rather than your tenure? Are you comfortable with income variability in exchange for unlimited earning potential? If you answered yes to most of these questions, you might be sitting on a gold mine of untapped potential. The bottom line: sales is a career that rewards value creation. Here's the truth that will either inspire you or terrify you. Sales is the only profession where your earning potential is directly tied to the value you create for others. No politics, no favoritism, no arbitrary performance reviews. Just pure, measurable impact on other people's success. When you help a company increase its revenue by $10 million, you get rewarded proportionally. When you solve a problem that saves a client countless hours of frustration, you see the gratitude in their eyes and the commission in your bank account. It's not for everyone. But for those who embrace it, sales offers something that no other profession can match: the freedom to determine your own worth through the value you create for others. So the next time someone tells you that salespeople hate selling, you'll know the real secret. The best salespeople don't just love their jobs, they can't imagine doing anything else.